Hi, I'm Banta. I teach Art 181 at Miami University, Hamilton. It's not. Hi. Hi, I'm Banta. I teach Art 181 at Miami University, Hamilton. And this is my Poplet mind map. I want to tell you a little bit about my strengths and strategies through a narrative and pictures. So what personal characteristics do I have as the instructor that will make me a successful online teacher? Well, I have been teaching Art 181, and here I am with my students, happily going to an art exhibit where one of my paintings was displayed. So I've been working on art appreciation. I've been teaching for 6 years, and I've been studying for over 2 decades by going to art museums. Here's the Guggenheim's catalog, Learning Through Art, and I use some of the exercises in there to keep me thinking and asking questions. I believe great art asks questions, and I'd like us to learn how to ask questions in class as we look at the art. I've learned this learned more about art by going with artists and art historians to they call it the Van Gogh Museum in Amsterdam. And I am a painter and dedicated to painting. This is work I did last summer outside here in Ohio. I've also worked in Maine. As a storyteller, I love performing. Here I am dressed up as Kate Greenaway, a British book illustrator, and I was sketching in her style of crow quill and ink, and talking about Randolph Caldecott. This is also a exciting part of my travels. It was the Mock Foundation in France. This is a wood sculpture by Matisse. And so I'll be setting some deadlines and ways of discussion. I'll be using as many interactive videos as possible. And I plan on using Prezis and ArtStore for researching and PowerPoints, and writing about art, and use forums for discussions. When I was in college, I was a film major, and this was the popular book of the time, The Medium is the Massage by Marshall McLuhan. Perhaps you've heard of it. As a young child, I learned to read the pictures before the words, and this is a picture of out of Dick and Jane that were illustrations that were not about diversity or about women's rights, but certainly were animated, and the author, May Hill Arbuthnot, asked the students to speak about the pictures before they learned the words. So I feel well prepared to talk about visual literacy and art appreciation, and I look forward to hearing who you are. I enjoy book illustration, and you might recognize this character of Alice in Wonderland. So I look forward to finding out, as she asks here, and who are you? Welcome to Art 181.